We have a little project today. It's something that I've put off, and I shouldn't have put it off so long because now I've got myself into a terrible situation. 4 weeks ago, while getting gas, I hit my driver's side mirror so that it cracked. It's been loose and it's been basically holding on with one nut. And so I went ahead and ordered this replacement mirror. The mirror ended up costing me like $14, which is a lot better than the over $70 that GMC would charge for a replacement mirror. So I need to replace this. I gotta put it on my driver's side of my pickup, and I gotta get that going. It was Saturday night, right? Saturday night. It was loose, and I just got done getting gas. I was going down south on the freeway, and suddenly I heard this terrible sound, and I looked off to my left-hand side, and the sound was gone, and so was my view of anyone who was approaching me off to the left-hand side, because I had no mirror there. Suddenly my vehicle is not street legal, because it is mandatory, I guess, to have a driver's side mirror on the side of the truck. And besides, it's very dangerous in doing the multiple merges that we have to do in this area. So I need to put this mirror on my truck today before I go to work tonight. I'm going to need to remove some screws off the door, and then I'll need to remove the window handle. I don't have the tool to remove this window handle, so what I'm going to need to do is make my own tool. And I do that by putting like a little 3/4 inch knot, almost 3/4, not quite 3/4 inch gap into a CD, and I should be able to get the clip from there. I've seen a lot of people, I've seen some people try to cut this thing. I've seen one person try to cut this thing. I've seen one video of them actually doing it this way with a hacksaw. And when I first tried to do it, because the same thing happened with my passenger side mirror. So I know what I'm kind of doing right now. I've done it before, but I tried using like a razor cutter initially with that, and that didn't work out at all. And I was like, oh man, I gotta find something really sharp to cut this with. And the thing is no, you do not. This is a simple set of scissors that you get, for your kids, for doing crafts. They are dull as anything, right? This is all you need to do these cuts. Bam! Just made the cut right there, right? And this one I got to do a little under the line because it's at 3/4 inch right now, and it's got to be a little under 3/4 inch. There you go. It's cut. Bam! And then you just gotta, at this point, bend, bend, and there you go. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I did this while the camera is off because I had to figure out where you had to grab those grab that clip that's in there. You have to kind of push it down from the top. And basically you see how the handle goes like that. You basically have to be parallel to the handle, and then go in like such. and you should be able to grab it in. So, yeah, I got the clip right there, by the way. And obviously, my cut is too wide. You see the clip, you see those notches there? It actually has to go down like that. So maybe it's a good idea to start at a 1/2 inch. Now we got to work at trying to remove clips and stuff. We have a little clip right there. And then in here, right above the door handle, we have 2 more screws in there. That looks like we're going to have to grab with a ratchet because they're not really screws. Or oh, great. Okay. And there's also a Phillips screw right in there. Now, while we're trying to do this, we're going to have to be extra careful not to mess up this door lock in any way. Because every once in a while, the stuff I have with the passenger door, I have trouble unlocking it because of the work I did with it before. Okay, so I think I found one that will take care of those nuts in the door handle. This one's going to be a 7mm. I believe even a 9x32 inch will do the trick too, if you don't have that trick. So I was able to get into the panel using a regular knife, but you need something kind of rather solid, more solid than a knife or a putty knife in order to loosen up those clips that are inside. So I used a good handle for the pliers to do so. I'm really not equipped tool-wise to do all this stuff, so I apologize for any of the ad-libs here. And I hope you can see that white clip that's in there. There's one in the corner, one right there, one up top there. There's like 2 in there, one here, and I think I have one more just right up here by where the mirror is supposed to go. And then I should be able to lift up on this and take it off. And another thing that I had to do too was when we removed that screw that was here, you have to take that panel off that's in here. Be careful not to disturb your door lock. You might screw it up, of course. And this way we'll be able to pull off the entire door, in order to get that mirror replaced. The door panel, you can see the clips. You got the 3 on the right, the 4 on the left, and then the 1 on the bottom there. And fortunately, we succeeded in not breaking any of them off, so they're all good to go. Alright, so now we're really cooking, guys, because all we need to do at this point, remove those things there. We have to remember to put those back on before we put the door panel back on, because as you can see, I've got those over there from the door panel. I still have to put those back in. I don't like losing these screws, and you'll notice that the door is pretty much contained. Now, I believe if you take this off, you can get underneath somehow. Maybe if you, and then you probably find the screws if you attach like a magnet to one of those endoscope cameras, and that would probably work if you ever lose screws down there. I'm thinking about doing that with the other door because I lost like 2 screws in there. But let's try to prevent that today. And just simply put, what I'm doing here is I'm putting like just a piece of a cup just to catch any of the screws as I'm taking them out. Okay, it's just a precaution. discretion is the better part of valor, or whatever the phrase is. I do have, like, if I want to connect like a remote to, you know, move the mirror, whatever, you know, both of my mirrors now have this connection. Of course, I don't worry about it right now because I don't have anything that allows me to do it automatically currently. So I kind of put that electronic thing just right in the gap there. I'm going to try that top hole because it's close to one, and it will seal the mirror on there. But again, we do not want to lose any of these bolts. It's a real pain finding them. If you have a spotter, this is a real good time to have someone assist you. Just so that someone can hold on that freaking mirror. Yay! I got a mirror again. Okay, check it. Locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked. It's just a matter right now of getting that clip back in that window thing and clicking that back in. Getting those screws back in. Seeing that thing to hold, make sure that those screws didn't fall off. I ratcheted 3 screws back into the mirror, and you know, that held that back on. Now it had 3 of those. Actually, mine had 2, but I went ahead and put the extra ones that I had, one of the extra ones I had, and put it in there as well. So I remembered to put those 3 foam stoppers inside, and putting back on the door. Able to just to click that that door handle back on, making sure that the clip was correctly put back on to the knob. Something that really helps out with that too is if you have like needle nose pliers, it makes it quite a bit easier to get that clip back on. And then just clicks back on, and then the door handle, as I mentioned earlier, that's such a relief to me. Those bolts were screwed back in place. Made sure to get that screw back in place. I got that clip back on, and I think we are good, and all I need to do is adjust that mirror, you know, so that I can see people down the freeway whenever I need to merge the lanes. Yes, and lesson for today, kids. If your door lock's not working, it's mainly because this thing, I mean, even if it's over that latch where it needs to be, make sure that it's pressed in. Because I was able to get that one working too. Nice. So until next time, hope everybody has a good day.